Hello and welcome to today's weekly safety video. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic, working with pipe stands, pipe vices, tables when performing pipe assemblies. When you are building pipes, adding flanges or assembling them, things can get risky if the proper precautions are not followed. Injuries can occur by using the wrong pipe stand, not knowing the weight of the pipe you're lifting, and not placing the pipe properly based on its shape and dimensions. We're here at Edward 9, where we unfortunately had an incident. Thank God it wasn't an injury, but someone dropped this pipe here on the floor. Louis, would you kind of go over the details of what happened and possible corrective action?
Sure. What we had is this feed-through pipe assembly already mounted into the autoclaves. When we identified that this section was not long enough to penetrate through the interior's sheet metal wall. So an employee was instructed to remove this section off of the autoclave and grab a piece of material to extend it out a little further. There was no conversation about how to do this safely, and for that reason, an employee was left to his own devices. And we probably don't have a process for this, which we will develop through a corrective action moving forward with engineering, as we discussed this in the production meeting.
Yes.
So this, as you could see, is not a balanced piece of pipe in any way. It's got a heavy flange in the middle, a smaller flange at the end. An employee was attempting to use a pipe section onto here using these pipe stand.
Yep.
You could see how easy this pipe stand can topple over. I mean, I just barely touched it, and it just goes any direction you want to. And on this pipe stand, there is no hole to anchor down to the ground, which we don't do, which may be part of a corrective action.
The reason on that is that the legs are not too spread off apart.
Yeah.
So that's why you could tip it over easily.
Yeah.
Unlike this one right here. See, this one right here is the legs are wider.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why it would tip over.
Agreed. So an unbalanced load on top of this short, narrow leg pipe stand is the incorrect tool for this type of an assembly. So a better tool would have been this pipe stand that has the chain to hold it in place.
And sometimes even with that, Louis, because of the odd shape and possibly won't be able to fit because of the flanges.
Yeah.
In this situation, the better solution would have been to just do the work on the table.
This might be an option. And yes, it's more stable because of the wide base of the legs, as you described. But still, even better to bring the pipe here, and you can see he tacked it.
He did.
In place and was able to weld a way around.
Yes.
Employee did not remove a sharp, and I think we discussed that in our last video. That is a short scenario of the incidents that occurred. And this message is to try to activate your mind a little more, or your thought process, as you like to say, to make things safe.
Yes.
Figure out good ways to do things safely.
Yeah, I mean, even if we don't have a defined policy, you should still be thinking, your mindset should be, what is the safest way for me to handle this material? And we got another weight of material. That was another factor in the incident. Besides knowing this, that it's tall, the person had no idea of the weight. So putting something on something like that that's top heavy is another factor, and lifting it up there can also cause other injuries, such as ergonomics problems.
Now, we distributed a reference card for commonly used material in the shop.
That is correct.
And we want to encourage you to use that card throughout the day as you're lifting or moving pipe or square tubing or angle that's heavy. In this case, you might have to do a little bit more work than just the reference card to determine how much this flange weighs with the entire pipe assembly before lifting and before setting it up. And you can probably get some information from a project manager or engineer to help you get this weight. Now that sounds like it's time consuming. However, a few minutes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get the right information could save a life.
Yes, yes. Definitely save you from a crushed foot.
Injury or death.
Yep.
We hope this video helped you think of safer ways to build pipe assemblies when you're on the job. These assemblies can be very heavy, and if something were to fall, it could cause serious injury, whether it's landing on your foot, crushing your hands, or causing ergonomic issues. Please always be mindful of the work you're doing. Don't lift anything if you don't know its weight, and remember, use cranes or forklifts when necessary. The safety of yourself and your team is the most important thing.
Yeah, and also, please stay tuned for a training class we're going to be releasing in the next week or so that is going to teach you how to use the proper use of the vice stands, pipe stands, and selecting tables for assemblies. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you. Bye.